Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Wolf TV's Alley Oop. I'm Jack Morrell. Today I've got Allie and Andy with me. We are playing a game. It is the Geography Bee, our first run at a Geography Bee here. We've done a spelling bee, and now we move on to this. I watched a real geography today, and wow, was it something. I learned a lot of new things, and I learned how little I know compared to 12-year-olds out there. So that was good, but today we'll be learning a little bit about where our players on the men's and women's team are from. In Vegas, Andy is the underdog today, but what they don't know in Vegas is how much he's been preparing for this game. He's winless in alley-oop games, but today is the day he says that he is going to get his first win over Allie, who is a seasoned veteran. All right, guys, first question. How many players on the men's basketball roster are from Michigan? And on this question, the point will go to the person who is closest, not under Price is Right rules. So if you're closest, over or under, you will get the 1 point that is available for this question. How many players on the men's roster are from Michigan?
Oh, there we go.
I tried to figure out who was from the northernmost part of Michigan, and I learned how little I know about this state that I now live in. They're all pretty much from the same horizontal line in the middle of the state. Alrighty.
You gave me a bad pen.
Sorry. It wasn't my pen, it's Allie's.
Allie's cheating.
You can just tell me what that actually. All right. So
I'm at a disadvantage
with
already.
the pencil, you've changed from 5 to 6, is my understanding. Six is your
my
answer. Allie goes 7, and Allie's on the nose. 7 players from Michigan. Did you actually count them out?
I counted them all out.
Wow,
Yeah.
I
that's
must
really
have missed
impressive.
one.
Yeah. Were you maybe thinking of CJ?
No, well, no, I only got 6. Is the problem.
Well, I know who
So
you
did you
missing,
miss
maybe,
CJ?
I guess.
Oh yeah, I might have missed CJ.
Okay, here we go. Second question. How many players on the women's team are from Michigan?
I know this one.
Yeah.
Remember it from my research.
Yeah, it's a big 0. They both knew it. 0 players are from Michigan on the women's team. Kind of interesting that the men's team recruits so heavily here in the state, but the women's team maybe does not. So, all right, 2-1 Allie. Moving on to the third question. How many players on the women's team are from outside of the United States? We know we have 1 international player on the men's team, but how many on the women's team are from outside of the States? Allie says 2, Andy says 2. They're both right. So here we have an opportunity for bonus points. Can you tell me who the players are and where they're from? I'll give you a point.
Do we just blurt it out or do we write
Yeah,
it?
you go ahead and
yeah.
write it, yeah. Give you a point if you can name the player and where they're from. 2 points if you can do both. I think that's the best way I'm coming up with now to do this. Of course, Franz Wagner on the men's team is from Berlin, Germany. He had an older brother you may have heard of. All right, Allie.
Okay, so it's Haley Brown from Hamilton, Ontario, and then Isabel Verjao, who's from somewhere in Brazil.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
I said Verjao, Brazil, question mark Ontario.
Ooh, all right, yeah, all right. So just 1 extra point for Andy, 2 for Allie. Yikes, Andy, with all the research, Allie running away with it.
I got nervous.
It's just 4-3. Okay. No, it should be 5-3. That's bad counting on my part. All right. The most players on the women's team come from which state? So which state has the most players on the women's team? I can give you multiple choice here. Ohio, Indiana, New Jersey, New York. The most players are from which of those 4 states? Ohio, Indiana, New Jersey, New York. Indiana, Ohio. It's Indiana.
Of course
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh, it's a nightmare scenario for Andy. 3 players from Indiana, Dilk, Nolan, and Kaiser, and Dilk from my hometown of Carmel.
I did remember that
Yeah,
from my
yeah,
research.
they're all actually.
You're not
the,
asking the right
the
question.
3 of them went to rival high schools, so that's kind of
Oh.
interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay, here we go. 5th question. Which player on the men's team is from Evil East Lansing, who will be making the short trek over here tomorrow and Saturday? just a bus ride for the Spartans football team. And both of you are correct to say Brandon Johns Jr. So here we go. 6th question, a chance for Andy to maybe get back into this thing. Which player on the men's team is from the northernmost part of the United States? I'm excited about this one because I was doing the whole Google Maps thing, a lot of compare and contrast. Definitely said United States because I didn't want to get the globe involved and see where Germany was.
I think I know where they're from,
Positionally.
but I don't know who it is.
Allie, let's see.
I was gonna say that too, but it's not right.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So Allie said Austin Davis, and all right.
gonna
no,
go with
there
the
you
wrong
go.
answer.
Okay, you're both wrong. It's Bajima. He's from Washington.
That-
I
see,
thought it
I
could
knew
be
it was
him,
fr-
but
I knew
I didn't know
someone
how
was from
North
Wash-
Washington he
It's
was.
actually
I knew
pretty far
someone was
north.
from Washington,
Oh,
and I
interesting.
couldn't remember who it was.
Good to know.
I was
so
torn between the two of them.
Yeah, and in fact, Brooklyn, New York is also pretty far north. So
Is it really?
yeah.
Fun fact.
All right, here we go. Last question. Isabel Verajao is from Brazil, but what state did she play her high school basketball in? Man, this is a
This wasn't on the roster.
It is on the roster.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
where I got all my information.
uh,
Well, we know it's going to be a runaway win for Allie, but let's see if Andy can get
let's go with
a consolation point, a garbage time point, if you will. Allie's right. That's really impressive.
Florida.
Florida is wrong. Florida is wrong, although there is someone from Florida.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that.
Isabella
I don't need.
Smingy? She's
I don't
from
need
Florida?
pity
Maybe.
points.
I don't know. Someone's from
Yeah,
Florida.
but it's North Carolina. It's North
Why?
Carolina. It's the Noose Christian Academy in North Carolina. So Allie wins this one big. What's new? Andy still searching for a win here on Alley Oop. We can make it a quest and we'll put it on our social media. Andy's going to win one day. I know it. But until then, I will have to leave you. We will have to leave you. But be sure to check out the rest of our content here at Alley Oop. We've got a lot of good stuff coming.